Hi everyone, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer, and today I'm here with one of my favorite OtterBox cases of all time, the Symmetry Series Plus. So this is the iPhone 14 Pro Max version, and it's a great case. It's going to add minimal thickness and weight to an already large phone. You've got nice grippy rubber sides, a slightly textured back. This case is MagSafe, and it's going to offer 3x Mil-Spec protection. It's also got 50% recycled content, and of course it's covered by OtterBox's limited lifetime warranty. Lots to love here. Let's check out this case in greater detail on my iPhone 14 Pro Max in silver. So first off, when looking at the OtterBox Symmetry Series Plus family, it's important to note that there are actually three distinct subtypes of OtterBox Symmetry Series Plus cases. So we have the OtterBox Symmetry Series Plus Clear, which has translucent cases like this lovely translucent green one, as well as standard clear and clear glitter cases. And then you also have the graphics cases. These have a smoother back and the same grippy sides as the other Symmetry cases. And then finally you have your solid colors. These have a textured back, grippy sides, and are perhaps the most practical of all of the Symmetry Series Plus cases. They're certainly my favorite. Looking first at the solid color Symmetry Series Plus cases, this one here in the color Lime All Yours, a very vibrant green color. The solid color Symmetry Series Plus cases are the lightest weight of all of the Symmetry Series Plus cases. The clear ones are going to be the heaviest, and the graphics are somewhere in the middle. This case is made of a combination of polycarbonate and artificial rubber. Very nice lightweight case, and a great case for frequent case changers because it's quite easy to get on and off your phone. So to put this case on your phone, all you need to do is start on your left-hand side, make sure that your top and your bottom corners are in place, and then clip on your right-hand corners. Very, very easy to get on and off. Once on, fit-wise, we have a somewhat loose fit over your buttons and port opening areas. Not terribly loose, but noticeable. It doesn't sag, but you can pull back pretty easily, so be aware of that. If you like tight-fitting cases, this might not be for you, but because this is so easy to get on and off, it's really fantastic for frequent case changers or people who feel nervous putting phone cases on their phone. So it all depends upon your preferences. So looking at the amount of lip you have here, you have a nice amount of protective lip around the screen. I do have a tempered glass screen protector on here. It's by Casetify. Really nice fit here with this Casetify blue light blocking screen protector. But of course, if I didn't have this on here, you would have more visible lip. Even with it, you do have sufficient lip to protect your screen. So going down here to the bottom, you can see we've got asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design. All of that is great. Should be able to fit many third-party lightning cables here, although of course this case is going to support both regular Qi wireless charging as well as MagSafe charging, so you might find you're using that functionality less than you otherwise would. So going up the sides here, you've got a nice amount of grip with these artificial rubber sides. Everything feels good here. Keep in mind, however, that this type of rubber, particularly in the light-colored versions, does tend to attract dirt, and it may have color change over time. Looking here at our buttons, very clicky, very responsive. We also don't have that slit button design that lets in dirt, so that is excellent. Love the Symmetry buttons. Looking here at our mute switch access, nice and easy, even for people with larger fingers. I think everyone's going to be in good shape there. Looking at the view from the top, again, great fit here with this Casetify screen protector, although of course OtterBox has its own screen protectors, and I'm sure that they would fit great with this as well. And then going over here to our side button, nice and clicky and responsive, and we also have some OtterBox branding over here. Looking at the back of the case, love the way this lime color looks with my silver iPhone, such a beautiful splash of color. So you got a bit of texture here on the back. This is a slightly textured polycarbonate. Should be very good against fingerprints and scratching. It also gives you a little bit of grip, although the majority of the grip is going to come from the sides of the case. Again, this is not going to be the kind of grip that makes this hard to get it in and out of pockets and handbags. It's not that grippy. It's just sufficiently grippy to feel good and secure in the hands. So you got a nice slim profile here. Loving the fact that I get that 3x Mil-Spec protection with this case. And just to be clear, 3x Mil-Spec does not mean 3 times as high, it means 3 times as many drops. So military standard drop protection is for 26 4-foot drops. So when they say 3x Mil-Spec, they mean 78 4-foot drops. That's a lot of drops. So OtterBox has really tested this well, and I think you can feel secure with OtterBox. Also, keep in mind that OtterBox does offer a limited lifetime warranty for this case. Overall, just a really nice case on the phone. So looking over here at your camera protection, you have a raised rim that should give you good protection. Everything looks good there. And as far as wireless charging is concerned, this is going to work great with regular Qi wireless charging as well as MagSafe charging because, of course, this is a MagSafe case. So you've got a nice amount of magnetic connection on here. It's about the same as with Apple's cases, so it's not the strongest that I've come across, but it's perfectly good, it's very standard, and it's going to work well with a variety of MagSafe accessories. So you're going to be good with MagSafe wallets like this one from Apple. You're going to be good with MagSafe power banks. This nice one here from Anker is a good example. And if you want to go with something high capacity MagSafe power bank wise, this one from ESR with its 10,000 milliamp hours of capacity is going to be a great choice. So really nice case here from OtterBox. Removing this case from your phone is super easy. Just start up in your top corner and then go down to your bottom right hand corner and then pull out your phone. Checking this case out in black. Again, super easy to get on and off. Very slim profile. I think the black is one of the most practical colors here for the Symmetry Series Plus because you're not going to have any issue with the sides changing color or picking up dirt. Looking here at the back, again, very attractive, same slightly textured polycarbonate. You've got a nice amount of protection here for your rear camera. Beautiful slim profile. Everything looks just lovely. And then looking at the light brown, don't even shy color. Quite an understated color, but I think it looks really nice. I think this color looks particularly good with a gold iPhone, but it looks nice with a silver one as well. And then finally, my favorite of the colors, the lavender color, you lilac it. Such a pretty color. Everything looks just beautiful here. Again, I would warn you that the light colored rubber on here may be more prone to discoloration over time, but it certainly does look lovely now. And then the back on here has a nice amount of texture, looks fantastic, beautiful with a silver iPhone, also great with a gold iPhone. Lots to love here from OtterBox. Moving on to the second category of Symmetry Series Plus cases, the graphics cases. These are a little bit different than the first category we were looking at. So you've got a very smooth back on here, as opposed to the slightly textured polycarbonate back that we have on the plain color cases. You also have a slightly different feel on the rubber on the sides, so it's grippy but it's smoother. So you have a little bit more texture, a little bit more grip on your standard solid color cases, and a smoother feel here on the graphics ones. Other than that though, basically the same case. This is also very slightly heavier than your solid color symmetry cases, but honestly it's not that noticeable. It is just a very small difference. So putting this case on your phone, you're going to have the same easy on, easy off fit that you had with the solid color symmetry cases. Very nice for frequent case changers. So once you have this on here, same fit, There is definitely some give over your buttons and port openings because we have this relatively soft artificial rubber that runs around here, but it doesn't sag when you're not pulling at it, and it does make this case so easy to get on and off. So as far as the amount of lip is concerned, it's going to be the same as what we were looking at before. So you have a nice amount of protective lip. You would have even more if I didn't have a tempered glass screen protector on here, which I do. Same Casetify tempered glass screen protector that I had on here with the other cases. Overall, I think everything looks very nice, very slim profile. We have the same amount of drop protection with this version, so same 3x drop protection. 78 drops, so this should be a nicely protective case for your phone. Looking at our port openings, they're the same as what we were looking at before, so asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design. Everything's great there. Going up the sides, a little bit less grip than with a solid color, but it's very slight. This is still nice and grippy enough on the sides. Buttons are excellent, super clicky and responsive. No problematic slit button design letting in dirt, so that's great. Nice easy access to the mute switch. Lovely view here from the top. Everything looks great. And nicely responsive side button as well. Some OtterBox branding over here. Looking at the view from the back, really, really pretty. So this is like a soft touch finish here on the back, soft and smooth. I would worry that this is going to get dirtier than the slightly textured plastic that you have on the solid color cases. So this is a bit more high maintenance, but it looks just beautiful. It's also going to show more fingerprints than a textured polycarbonate would. Sufficient protection here. You definitely have lay on the table protection for your rear camera. Everything looks good there. And as far as your magnets are concerned, you're not going to have any issue with MagSafe charging. Of course, this will also work great with regular Qi wireless charging as well. The magnets are going to be just the same as on the solid color Symmetry. So of course you're going to be able to use this with other MagSafe accessories as well. Just a nice case from OtterBox. Moving on to the final group of Symmetry Series Plus cases we're going to be looking at today, the Symmetry Series Plus clear cases. These are quite a bit different than the other Symmetry Series Plus cases we looked at. So for one thing, they are a bit heavier. They have a different construction to them. You've got glossy polycarbonate backs and glossy artificial rubber sides. So these have quite a different look and feel. They're going to be more prone to scratching on the back, and I think that these light colored artificial rubber sides are going to be more prone to color change. But they do look attractive, and if you are into clear cases, you really might want to check these out. They're going to have the same amount of drop protection as the others, so 3x Mil-Spec drop protection, and they really do have a lovely look on your phone. So checking out this lovely green one, which is called Sage Advice. Putting this on your phone is relatively easy, but it does have a slightly different fit than we have with the other Symmetry cases. So it's not hard to get on, but once on, you have kind of a stiffer feel with the rubber sides. There is still some give over your buttons and your port openings, but it just feels like this fits differently on the phone. It's also maybe a little looser to get off as well. So comes off, I would say, easier than the other Symmetry cases. In the other Symmetry Series Plus cases, the solid colors and the graphics we were looking at come off quite easy anyway. This one is almost a little bit too easy to get off. Although once it's on, seems like it fits fine. So it's just a different kind of stiffer feeling case overall. So as far as the amount of lip is concerned, it's going to be exactly the same as we were looking at before. So you got a nice amount of protective lip protecting your screen. Same asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design. A bit less grip here on the sides. This artificial rubber is glossy and just not as grippy. Our buttons here are exactly the same, very responsive, everything is great there. No issues in accessing the mute switch. Really nice view here from the top. You can see this looks really great on the phone. And then excellent side button, some OtterBox branding here on the side. Going to the back, again, this Sage Advice color looks fantastic on my silver iPhone, really attractive. So this type of glossy polycarbonate is going to have a tendency to scratch and show fingerprints, so be aware of that. This is a higher maintenance case in general than the solid color Symmetry Series Plus cases we were looking at. You're going to have plenty of protection here for your rear camera. All of that is great. And these cases are going to provide the same 3x Mil-Spec protection as the others, so they are rated to survive 78 4-foot drops. So overall, very nice and protective. You're not going to have any issues with regular Qi wireless charging, and the MagSafe on these works the same as the MagSafe on the others. Finally, looking at the Stardust version of the Symmetry Series Clear, this one's got a better fit overall than the green Symmetry Series Clear case we were looking at. So putting your phone in here, slightly tighter, makes some slightly alarming creaking noises when you're putting it on. But then once you have it on, you have a better fit. So it's a little bit tighter. And once the case is on, you'll see that you have less give over your buttons and your port openings. I think that everything fits better. You've got the same amount of lip protecting your screen. You've got the same asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, which is great. The sides give you some grip, although not as much grip, in my opinion, as on the solid color Symmetry cases we were looking at. And I think that the biggest problem here with the sides, although they are attractive here on my silver iPhone with their little bits of glitter, there is a danger here that they are going to change color over time. Rubber sides like this typically do change color over time. If you keep your hands really clean and you reduce the exposure to UV light, they are probably going to change color less, but there is always a danger of that. As far as the buttons are concerned, the buttons here are excellent, very clicky, very responsive, although they do have a very small amount of button shake to them. You're not going to have any issues in accessing your mute switch. Nice big opening. Looking at the view from the top, you got plenty of lip to protect your screen. Everything is good there. Then going over to the side button, again, very, very responsive. A little bit of OtterBox branding over there. And looking at the back of this case, this obviously looks fabulous with a silver iPhone. You even have a silver ring here on the back. Everything looks lovely. Got those little specks of glitter. Just a lovely combo. But you do need to be aware that although the back is probably not going to turn yellow, it may scratch over time and it's likely to show fingerprints. So I would say that this case falls into kind of a high maintenance category, but it does look beautiful and a lot of people like clear cases. You're going to have sufficient protection here for your rear camera for most situations. And of course, like the other cases we were looking at, this one's going to provide 3x military standard drop protection, so that is great. And of course, you're not going to have any issues with wireless charging or MagSafe charging with this case. Everything's going to work great. Again, we've been looking at the OtterBox Symmetry Series Plus for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. These cases are available directly from OtterBox as well as from many other retailers, and they have an MSRP of $49.95. The colors that we looked at today are the neon green, Lime All Yours, the lavender, You Lilac It, the light brown, Don't Even Chai, the blue and white, Running Water, the clear with glitter, Stardust, the clear graphics case, Sage Advice, and the classic black. Other available options are a completely clear version, a translucent red case called Pinky Swear, a translucent yellow case called Sunday, a translucent black case called Window Pane Black, a black graphics case called Rebel, another graphics case called Flower Fields, a blue graphics case called Vintage Strawberry, a multicolored graphics case called Euphoria, and a plain blue case called Bluetiful. Be careful when selecting your Symmetry Series Plus case. There's also a regular Symmetry Series available in some colors, which is not MagSafe, so keep your eyes out for that if MagSafe is important to you. Many thanks to the kind folks at OtterBox for sending me all these lovely samples to review. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments section below, and do consider hitting that subscribe button because I've got a lot more tech accessory reviews coming up. Again, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.